What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam for those who don't know me, but you can see we're in my garage today because I am going to be painting my calipers, my brake calipers blue. I don't know if you guys know from before, but the calipers are mixed matched colors. So I'll show you guys that right now. So we're gonna fix that today because we have a car show tomorrow. Which I entered. It was like a cars and puppy show. We just wanted to bring our dogs to hang out with some other puppies, so we decided just to enter in the car because there was no more spectator tickets. So don't want the calipers looking all funky. So I'll show you those right now, guys. Well, you can see that this one is like a weird blue primered color, and yeah, they're all funky and weird looking. I'll show you guys the other side. And yep, for this side, it's like that weird primer blue in the back, and then this flat ugly blue. So yeah, and the Nissan's all crappy. So we're gonna go ahead and try to clean these up and get them all done. I don't know if I'm gonna be removing the calipers because I don't want to deal with the bleeding, but then we'll have to look at that basis by basis. I should be able to clean them up and then mask off the areas really well, and we'll take precautions. But yeah, I think I'll be using the fast method today because we are going to be doing new rotors and brakes later, so I don't want to do double the work. So alright guys, so to get started, I'm gonna have to actually remove my side skirts because they're way too low, so I don't want to have the jack hit them. Driving up on the wood plank actually doesn't work for these because they're so exaggerated and low. So we're gonna get to it. So we got the car up, we took the wheels off. Taking a look at things, guys. Yeah, I think this will be pretty easy to mask up in the places that I need. Yeah, I didn't want to bother bleeding the brakes right now because we are going to be doing new rotors and pads soon. My car was running these 25mm spacers here for the wheels, which are there. They're not the craziest offset, but awesome news, guys. We ordered some new wheels. It's super exciting. I can't wait to show it to you guys and let you guys know what I got, but we're gonna have to hold off for that. And that was the main reason why I wanted to paint the calipers as well. It's just so that the wheels look that much better without those crappy looking brake calipers in the back. So yeah, super excited. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break right now to go eat, but yeah, we'll get back to it soon. Alright guys, so to get this stuff all done, we're going to have a bunch of products here. I got some brake cleaner to clean off the dust. Acetone is going to be the last cleaning step with the towels that I have there. We got some garbage bags to mask off the areas that we don't want to spray, like the wheel well, etc. And then some frog tape. I usually love using frog tape over the 3M stuff because I find that this sticks a lot better, but it's not anything that we're going to be worrying about because we're not painting our house, obviously. But then yeah, for the paints, we have this flame proof primer from VHT, so high temp stuff. Then we have this caliper paint by VHT as well, and this cap is super dark, as you can see, but the color actually turns out a lot better, something more similar to the picture here. Alright guys, but yeah, for the caliper paint, I actually had a friend that used the same exact paint. It was actually Sam with the maroon G35 that you've seen from some of the later videos, and his blue calipers turned out great. But yeah, with that paint, it is durable up to 900 degrees. So lastly, we have some gloss clear. We're actually not going to be using too much of this. We're just going to be putting on a little bit at the end. So, yep, that's everything that's going to be needed to complete this project, guys. Oh, yep, and I almost forgot this wire brush here we're going to be using to kind of clean off all of the grit that may be on the caliper itself. So, yeah. Alright guys, so to get started, I'm going to be going in with some brake cleaner and the wire brush, and yeah, just hack away at it and get this all cleaned up. So let's get it. Alright guys, so I found that the wire brush is a little bit too abrasive, so we're going to use some steel wool instead and a toothbrush. So that should get most of the grime out. Alright guys, so I got the areas of concern taped up, so I didn't want to get anything in there. That's going to be okay, not really my concern, you're not going to be able to see that anyway. I then taped off this bleeder valve here. So yeah, just tape those off. This is pretty much clean, and we're going to go ahead and hit it with some acetone. So alright guys, so I got some acetone. I'm going to get a clean shop towel to clean off each of them there. I probably should be wearing gloves, but I don't have any laying around, so I'm just gonna make do and try to be careful as I can. Alright, so next up guys, we have a garbage bag. I'm gonna go ahead and split this open, cut an incision in it, and wrap it over the brake caliper itself, avoiding as much rotor as I can, and I'll just probably have to mask off some other areas with tape, so we'll get to that. Alright guys, so here is the final product. I was careful to make sure that this wasn't touching anything, the bag wasn't touching any parts that I wanted painted, and then I went ahead and masked off the rest there, so don't get paint on any of that. And I actually put some paint on the inside, or some tape on the inside to protect the pads and whatnot. Not that it would matter, but yeah. Gonna go ahead and do that for the other side, but I won't bore you guys with the footage. So yep, this side's all ready to go. Alright guys, quick note, I did go ahead and mask off the rest of the car there so that we don't get any overspray anywhere else that we don't want it. So yep, went ahead and did that. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and soak this can up in some warm water for a little bit so it doesn't spit out anything, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it down of all the water. So and then I'll show you guys the first coat. Alright guys, so yep, going ahead and gonna do a very light coat. That's gonna be the tack coat, just so everything sticks, and I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry. Alright, yep, so that's the first coat guys. We're gonna go ahead and let that dry for about 4 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna go ahead and keep applying more primer, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do that to the other side in the meantime. Alright guys, there it goes. That is the finished product for the primer there. I went ahead and laid about 6 coats down, and she's looking pretty good. The coverage is really nice here, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with the blue caliper paint. So alright guys, so I went ahead and do a few test sprays out, looking pretty good, and we're gonna lay down a super light coat. So just gonna get the hard to reach areas first. And that's gonna be pretty much about it for right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that, let it dry, then go ahead and coat it again. Alright guys, gonna put on the second coat of blue paint. It's getting dark outside, so sorry about that. We're probably gonna have to work into the night, but I will be sure to show you guys the finished product as of tomorrow morning. Alright guys, there goes the second coat. Still not completely covered. There are some areas I can see that are not covered, but we're gonna let that dry and go at it again. Alright guys, so it's officially getting really dark in the garage, but I'm gonna be putting some lights up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up. I think I want like a maximum of like 7 or 8 coats. I just want to lay it on thick just so that it won't chip from rocks or anything in the future. So hopefully that'll work. And then we're gonna get started on the clear coat, and I'll check back in with you guys at that point. All right. What's going on, guys? Good morning. We're up bright and early, and the paint has officially cured overnight, and I gotta say it looks really good. I'm definitely really happy with the result. There's only one thing. I actually think we might be skipping the clear coat because for one, I wasn't able to grab the caliper clear coat, which is resistant up to 900 degrees, only 500 for the engine enamel. I don't want to risk it bubbling later. Probably sure I would be fine, but we're gonna go ahead and skip it anyway. But 2, I was able to lay up to like 10 coats of paint on the caliper itself, and the gloss finish on it already as is looks really good. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that right now. All right, so there's that, guys. That's how they came out to be, and we ended up not getting any drips. Everything turned out really good, I would say. And the last step that we're gonna take is to sand out this Nissan here, but first things first, we're gonna take off all this masking because we're not gonna be doing any more painting from what I'm seeing. This would be the other side here. Yeah, they look really good. I'm really happy with how they turned out as far as color goes. Nice and smooth, not any rough edges or anything like that, and the coat was pretty even. So yep, we'll go ahead and take off this masking tape and then get to work. All right, guys, there we go. That's how they look without all that crap around it. I was able to tape off the calipers really good. Not that it mattered, because when you hit the brakes, it's gonna actually go away anyway, but we avoided that altogether. Maybe a little bit right here, but yeah. Then, like I said, it's gonna come off. And I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that to the other side, and then we're gonna sand out this Nissan logo back to silver, so that way it sets it off just right, so it looks super nice instead of all this blue. I mean, the blue's nice, but with the silver, it's gonna accent it just right. Alright, guys, so I have various files here now. I'm probably gonna use this flat file here, one of these flat files, to file out each letter, and we're gonna go at it. There it goes, guys. Was able to sand that out. I happened to nick this a couple of times here, but it's gonna be barely noticeable from far away, only when you're nitpicking. But yeah, guys, that's how the brakes are gonna be turning out. I think they look like a massive improvement from what they used to look like. So what do you guys think? Does it look good? Should I have went with another color? The Nissan turned out great as well. Back in focus. Definitely offsets it and just makes it look a million times better, in my opinion, just instead of being all blue like the other side. So we can compare that real quick versus that. Yeah, definitely a lot more visually appealing to me. I think you guys would think so as well. So cool. Gonna go ahead and finish up this side, and we're gonna throw the wheels back on, throw her back on the ground, and I'll show you guys the end result with the wheels on. And there is the second side all done. The Nissan sanded out back to its former glory. I think it looks really awesome. I can't wait to put the wheels back on, and more importantly, I can't wait until we get the new wheels. Alright, guys, so I did end up finishing the brakes. Let me show you how they look. But yeah, that's how they look, guys. I'm very happy with how they turned out. I am super excited to get the new wheels. So that is the reason why we did the brakes, is because when we get the new wheels, the caliper is gonna look just right. So super excited. Let me show you the other side. Not the best lighting, but yeah, you guys get the point. Yep. When we get new wheels, it's gonna look sick. Gonna close out the video here, guys. I'm actually at a car show right now. It's a charity event for greyhounds and dogs, but it's gonna be a whole nother video. We're gonna leave the video at that. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and wait for the next video for this car meet here. So, see you later, guys. Peace.